Flowers in Russian culture. The essay describes the significance and symbolic meanings of flowers in Russian culture. While flowers are globally recognized as gestures of goodwill in Russia, strict etiquette governs flower giving. Different flowers carry different meanings depending on the context. Red carnations symbolize patriotism and revolution, while white carnations are believed to bring bad luck. Red poppins signify fleeting love. Through their seeds are auspicious in weddings. Yellow flowers indicate sadness or betrayal. Chamomile is Russia's national flower, associated with health and fortune telling, while the white lily is a symbol of death and is inappropriate for weddings. Interpretation. The text suggests that flowers in Russian culture go beyond decoration or generic symbols of love. They embody deep historical, emotional, and social meanings. The, the rules around gifting flowers reveal how culture shapes even small gestures. The association of red carnations with revolution shows the historical depth behind symbolic traditions. Meanwhile, the use of chamomile for both medicinal and mystical purposes reflects a cultural blend of science and folklore. Thus, the piece conveys how symbolic traditions maintain cultural identity and emotional expression in Russian society. Critical thinking. The essay presents interesting insights, but some claims raise questions. For instance, while chamomile is said to treat fatal diseases like cancer and diabetes, this may be exaggerated and lacks scientific backing. The idea of white carnations stripping away talent or white lilies causing marital splits is culturally specific and likely rooted in superstition. Similarly, associating a song Yellow Tulips with the symbolic meaning of yellow flowers might not universally represent the entire society's view. However, it is clear that cultural beliefs deeply influence even seemingly ordinary actions like giving flowers. This text enhances our understanding of how cultural beliefs shape everyday practices such as gift giving. It teaches us to be mindful of local customs, especially when visiting or interacting with people from different cultures. From a broader perspective, we can relate these symbolic meanings to our own cultures, recognizing that objects like flowers, colors, or even songs can carry powerful and sometimes unintended messages. It reminds us the importance of cultural sensitivity and the richness of traditions that give meaning to our social behavior. Lesson. Flowers are a staple item in the gift giving world. For many of us, it usually does not matter which blooming bunch we receive. Flowers are a thoughtful gestures Flowers are a thoughtful gesture of goodwill as long as they produce a pleasant aroma and a visually pleasing color palette. The Russians are practically no different, and similarities exist regarding the use of flowers as a token of expressing love and affection. It is always heartwarming to receive flowers. However, flower gifting in Russia has some unique traditions. Flower etiquette in Russia is strictly guided by a range of rules depending on the setting. For instance, the kinds of flowers gifted in a romantic setting differ immensely from those gifted when visiting a Russian home. If flowers are gifted outside these rules, it is possible to offend the receiver. The origins of this symbolism reside in the 1917 February Revolution. The Russian Social Democratic Workers' Party of bookshelves had produced masses of cardboard pins designed like red carnations. These badges gained widespread popularity and became a symbol of resistance against the Russian provincial government. Contrasting to the victorious symbols of red carnations, white carnations represent bad omen. The washed out petals are believed to strip holders of good luck and talent. Therefore, white carnations will not be given as gift to performers. On the other hand, Russians believe that placing a white carnation under your pillow while you sleep leaves you inspired upon waking the next morning. In Russia, red poppy flowers symbolize weakness and fleeting love. Consequently, giving a red poppy to a loved one contradicts the desire for a long, healthy relationship. Interestingly, however, poppy seeds are viewed differently. At traditional Russian weddings, poppy seed is often eaten as a symbol of happiness for a married couple. Sometimes the seeds are placed in the bride and groom's shoes as a symbol of procreation. In many cultures, yellow is a bright and happy color that symbolizes friendship. However, in Russian culture, yellow flowers symbolize sadness and dishonesty. Therefore, giving a bunch of yellow flowers to a beloved one represents an inevitable breakup. This is most famously represented in the breakup song called Yellow Tulips. Chamomile is the national flower of Russia. Its slender white petals encapsulate a bright yellow center. Russians believe that chamomile, in the form of tea and aromatherapy, offers a vast range of medicinal benefits in treating fatal diseases from cancer to diabetes. A lesser known belief suggests that the chamomile is a mosquito and fly repellent. Another protective quality beyond that of fatal diseases. Throwing a bunch of these white and yellow flowers into a fire is believed to deter irritating insects. Among women, chamomile holds a fortune telling function. The safe murmured pattern of he loves me not is repeated until the last dainty petal is plucked. A similar fortune telling function is served by the lily of the valley flower. Each lily petal is plucked when the inner monologue of the holder following an it will happen, it won't happen pattern. The white cata lily is an elegant flower that would pair nicely with a snowy wedding dress. However, bringing a white lily bouquet to a Russian wedding would not pair so nicely with the responses you would receive from other attendees. These flowers symbolize death and are believed to foreshadow the spirit of the newlywed couple.